Hello again, whiskey friends. Welcome back. We are live. So, happy birthday to Renee Peets, Top Dog's wife. You guys saw her on there. This is her birthday. So, cheers to all of you guys out there. We're waiting on Jeff to get here. He had a birthday too. One of his girls was had a birthday party or taking her out to eat for her birthday. So, we're going to start off with saying hi to some people. Whiskey Nose is in here first. Cheers, Marty. And then Top Dog got in here early and said he might be in later after if they get back home in time. Katie Turk, he's in the house. Let's see. Top Dog again. Randall, cheers to you. Thank you for being in here. Uncorked is here. Yeah, I'm sure he took her for Golden Corral. Yeah, I doubt that. I saw a post of birthday bourbon the other day, and I'm sure that was for her. Let's see. Douglas Papa, cheers to you, man. Top Jimmy is here. Roger Reese is here. Cheers, Roger. Good to see you in here. Let's see if there's Hooper. Let me know if you got your hand delivery. You should have gotten it by now. Let's see. The Bourbon Jerk, got to spend some time with him up in Michigan last week, which was a blast to hang out with him and Ty, the guy that makes him look so good on camera. So he was a lot of fun to meet. A lot of cool, very cool kid. Got a lot of talent. Let's see. Peter B is here. Cheers, Peter.
What's up,
and
Peter?
There's Lance. What's going on, buddy? Henry Turner. Cheers, man. I'll see you on Saturday. Looking forward to meeting up with you. And Mr. Ethan, cheers to you, man. Yeah, I agree. This stream is way less good looking without Jeff. Totally agree with that statement. Lip service crew, cheers to you. And let's see, I think I saw Norseman in here. Cheers, buddy. Oh, the Nine Hill Rye pick. Nice.
Nice.
Let's see. I think we're getting close to being caught up. Sugar Kitty is in here. I think we're caught up. We're waiting on Jeff. He'll be here in about 15 minutes. But we wanted to talk a little bit about what has just launched. Oh, Ed. Man, you're so cool. Thank you so much, Ed. Cheers to you.
Appreciate you, Ed.
I wanted to talk to you guys about Green River. So it is open to the free tier. If one of the mods will put in the link to Sillbox for us in the chat, you guys that can go over. I think that there's a little bit less than half left. I think we had 140 bottle total, and there's a little bit less than half. Hi, Nadia.
Still calls you Casey. It's kind of like how you spell my name wrong all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, if somebody can throw in the chat the link to our bottles on Sillbox, those are open for free to the they're open to the public. The bottles are costing $64.99, but they are freaking incredible. I got to taste it for the first time in Michigan. We do have some cool picks that we did. Wait till Jeff gets here to talk more like in depth about those. But we had some really fun people. We had Tom and Ty and Adam, the bearded monkey, was there. Ethan and Katie. Dusty Dan was there.
Franchi
was there. So we just had a really, really cool group of people. Very diverse, but a lot of fun. So if you guys caught anything of Jason's after party on Wednesday night last week, you saw how much fun that we had.
Yeah.
On the casting couch. That was pretty crazy. I'm just saying. Jeff was definitely feeling it that night.
Yeah, he was in his zone.
What are you pouring tonight? What are you drinking, Darrell?
Water for me, guys. It's a no whiskey day, unfortunately, because of some meds. So
gotcha.
I'll enjoy sipping some H2O. High quality H2O.
Yeah. It's like water boy. Man, I loved Michigan, Tom. It was so cool to hang out with you and Ty and the Bourbon Junkies. We got to hang out with Sean and Dan. And Klein was there. Got to hang out with him and Brandon. So just a very, very cool group of guys that we got to hang out with. We'll talk more about the whiskey that we chose in a little bit. He'll be on here shortly.
What's up, Jeff?
I don't know if anybody was able to post the link yet. So, Jason Norseman, if you're by your computer or phone, can you post it, please? Or Katie or Ethan, post that link to Silbox in the chat for everybody in case they want to go check it out. Other than that, man, it was a long drive back. So when we left Michigan on Saturday, it was Ethan and Katie and I drove all the way from Michigan where we were at back to their house. We left at 6 a.m. and got home at like 5 p.m. So Darrell would have been a basket case.
Nope, I would have been like, let me know what time to get in there and I'll fly and meet you.
There we go. Jeff's got it for us. So here's the link for the single barrel for the Green River. It is open to the public, so you can share this. Please share it. This is it's a very concentrated bottle. It's kind of a low yield for a 6-year bourbon, but it's very concentrated, cherry cordial, cherry cobbler type of notes. The extra time in the barrel did it wonders. I'm just saying, I had a sample of the barrel straight from the barrel when they picked it, and then I tasted this one last week, and it is some really, really good stuff on that. Like, it just really got more dense and concentrated. So you guys are going to really, really enjoy that. Richie Z, cheers to you, buddy. Here is the password to get in. It's just River, R-I-V-E-R, so the Green River. Again, I'll leave this up in case you guys want to look at it and check it out. Let's see. We've got that one. And then the next one that should be releasing here shortly will be the Bardstown, I believe. Bardstown Single Barrel Bourbon. So we went to kind of give you a breakdown of what we did. Wednesday, we got there. Went and hung out at Founders Brewery there where we landed in Grand Rapids, which was awesome. If you guys have had Founders beer, that's where they're based out of there in Michigan. A lot of really good beers. Ate there. Met up with Jeff and Adam. Went to the Airbnb, and then Francie came over, and we picked up Dan from the airport. And then the chaos ensued. I think there was only like 60 bottles there that night. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. And Luke came over, one of Adam's friends, still a super cool guy, brought a really interesting bottle, Darrell. If Dan still has that bottle, ask him to send you some
stuff.
Well, not toasted. It was, maybe it was toasted.
The toasted origin, right?
Yeah. And man, dude, that had the most tropical fruit notes on a bourbon I've ever tasted, ever.
Yeah, he said it was really, really good. I think what he did is during his giveaway, he gave out, I think, the rest of the samples. I think he kept one for himself and gave the rest out for like giveaways. But yeah, I heard it was really, really good.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. He opened Bourbon Deluxe while we were there, an old one, dusty. So it was a lot of fun. Justin Jenkins, see you just popped in. Cheers to you, man. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Sorry about that, everybody. So again, Norseman's got that posted. There's the complete link. Jason. So there's the man, the myth, the legend.
What's up, bud?
Hey, everybody.
Happy birthday to your daughter. Cheers to her.
Oh, yeah. We were at a hibachi restaurant.
I thought it was actually a friend's birthday. I must have misread that.
It may have been. It was Annabelle's birthday, right?
It was Annabelle's. Yeah. We took her to a hibachi restaurant by me. So we had a 5:30 reservation, but man, you got to sit there and enjoy the hibachi, man. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, the kids love hibachi.
Enjoy the experience.
She what, 10? 10 years old?
Oh, we lost your mic.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
No, he just hit 12. So I'm 1 year away.
Oh, 12. Geez, shit, I'm way off. Okay. Your audio's a little funky.
Yeah,
Not sure
like
it's picking up your mic. Why not?
No.
Yeah, it looks like the Yeti disconnected.
There you go. Sound clearer now.
So we were just getting into kind of the breakdown of what we did Wednesday.
Sure.
And Jeff is a part cat and likes to be on top of the back of the couch, on the casting couch. So
Don't know what you're talking about.
I think he's going to get the tattoo on his stomach. Have you seen this? Uh-oh, we lost him.
Lost him. Huh? No.
We'll get him back in just a second.
Mm-mm. Barely any of you.
So anyway, we got through with the stream and went on Jason's after party, and it was just a free-for-all after that. It was crazy nuts for about an hour, and then we stayed up another few hours drinking and hanging out, eating cookies. Oh, Dunny was there. Dunny came by.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I don't know what happened to you.
Oh, it's me. I'm just playing with it.
Okay. I'm wondering, Jeff, are you going to get the cat tattoo where the cat's butt is where the butthole is your belly button hole? You could get Watson's tattoo.
Yes, Kelsey. Sure.
Tattoo.
We'll go with that.
The cat that hates you.
You guys are a mess.
Oh, goodness. Then we woke up Thursday. We drove 2 hours over to, goodness gracious.
Ebernorth?
No, we didn't drive. We just went and ate breakfast. And then we went over to New Holland. Picked a malted rye that's going to be 8 years old. When their setup Durell is unlike anything I've ever seen, dude. They're distilling. It's nuts. It's totally different.
Really?
Distill. Yeah, the stills looks different. Everything looks different. It's crazy. We had a lot of fun there. The distillery there with us was super laid back and cool. Answered anything that you wanted to see. Got to side the beer, see the side of the beer stuff that they make, which if you're not familiar, New Holland makes Dragon's Milk beer, stout. So it's pretty popular beer. If you don't drink beer, you may not know it, but if you do, you probably have heard of it. So then we left there and drove and got to the other Airbnb and stayed there Thursday and Friday. Went and picked Evernorth on Friday. We wound up going in just to pick 2 barrels, but wound up picking 3. So we picked 2 bourbons and a light whiskey. So we have 2 6-year-old bourbons. One is from Green River. Way different than what we just picked. I mean, this Green River is a freaking mouth punch of flavor. And the finish goes on for like 3 minutes. It's crazy. The other one that we were really super impressed with, 107 proof. It was a wheated bourbon from a distillery in North Carolina. Now, this distillery was one that Stu, I don't even know if he's in chat or in here tonight, but Stu had been talking about this distillery. We didn't know that we had picked it until after the fact because we went in blind. But Stu had been talking to Jeff about this distillery for probably a few months, right, Jeff, at this point? Sent you a sample of the bottle from the distillery from North Carolina?
Yeah, the Paragon. So that would have been about a year, maybe a year ago, year and a half ago, that Stu sent me it's either 107 or 105 proof, single barrel Paragon. And I like that quite a bit. And I even went back to my notes and I was like, man, even in my notes, I was like, this is spicy for a wheater. And then lo and behold, that was our experience again during that tasting. So that's going to be a fun one. I'm excited. Yeah. Our first wheater too. And Durell, it'll be fun to see Durell's reaction to it as well.
Yeah. It's 107 proof, which we were all kind of surprised by, but it was very, very bold for 107. A lot of spice, a lot of sweetness. And then we kind of went through some ryes. Didn't really anything like just stood out to us. And so we're like, let's switch gears. Let's go to light whiskey. Brought out 2 or 3 light whiskeys. The third one was just absolute phenomenal. And it turned out to be an 18-year-old light whiskey. So they only got 8 of those barrels in, and we got 1 of them. So thanks for Dan and Sean for allowing us to be able to partake in that barrel. And thanks, Dusty, for all of you getting that stuff set up, and Jeff, all the work that you guys did on making that trip happen. So,
oh man, we're gonna get in so much trouble still.
With everything,
so much more trouble bound. But yes, what an amazing 4 days there. Man.
Yeah, I was
Jeff
living
even got, Jeff even got the wobbles at one point. Late at night.
Can we just start over?
What is that you poured?
It's the Green River. So I had to end up transferring one of the preview bottles into this. It either was like that just on the way, or it got that way in my bag, but there's actually like a crack. Yeah. So what it ended up doing was seeping out just a little bit drip by drip while it was on my bar here. So now my bar has a perfect horseshoe for the rest of time, as long as I have this bar. So the Green River is forever commemorated. Every time I stream, I get to see a horseshoe.
I got a lot of those marks on this table here. A lot of them.
But yeah. Super chats tonight. I know we didn't get a chance to talk. So I saw Ed already is
started
amazing.
This off. Yep.
Thank you, Ed. So I cracked this when I was with everybody. So got a Lucky 7 14-year proprietor, 136 proof.
Oh god. Is that Justin's 136?
This one's
OH's,
Urban Street.
Okay.
So, and I will also throw in a sample of this Horse Soldier 10-year that I keep talking about, so you can compare these two, because I swear these two are related, and you can make your own judgment call. And then I'll bring I'll put 2 other samples of stuff that I brought to Michigan last week. So I'll give you a whole sample pack there.
Well, with it being May, I am going to be doing an Elijah Craig flight, because it should be coming out soon. So we're going to do, I'll do the one that we did, Pour Your Own, the cursed bottle, I will call it. It's very, very good, but the bottle is cursed. I'm just telling you. And then a few others, maybe a couple, I'll do 2 picks, and then maybe 2 really good ones like C923, and maybe go back to like 520 or something, or C920. Some really fun, really hitter bottles. So that's what I'm going to do for Super Chats tonight. So make sure you guys get in on those. Darrell, what you thinking, buddy?
I'm going to do a Backbone bourbon play.
All right. Nice.
Some single barrels in there.
Speaking of light whiskey, I am drinking a Penelope 17-year light whiskey.
What'd you think of that?
It's good. Here's my thing about light whiskey. If it's not unique, it's boring to me. Like, it tastes like every other light whiskey I've ever tasted.
Oh, interesting.
And that's the thing. That was my scare of going in and picking a light whiskey, because I didn't want it to be that, because it's good. The flavor profile is great. It's easy to drink. It tastes good. It's sweet. But the one that we picked was very unique. It didn't taste like every other light whiskey we've tasted. So I'm excited. This is super sweet. Like, it's not super complex. The one thing I will say about this is I don't get a lot of oak on it, which I'm a bigger fan of having more oak on a light whiskey, just because it kind of gives it some depth for me. But the profile is very nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one quite a bit. That's interesting.
Yeah, Darrell and I were head over heels on it.
But I tend to like light whiskey, though. I do get what you're saying, though. A lot of them do taste very similar. I just found that one to be a little different, maybe on the cohesive side. Like, it's, it's not.
I would see that. I can see that.
It just came across a lot more balanced. And that balance, to me, seemed to give it a little bit more depth. But, like, there's never really a lot of depth in light whiskey. But, yeah, I did enjoy that one quite a bit.
It has more vanilla profile than I'm used to on a light whiskey. I will say that. It's kind of like a vanilla cream profile on this one. Randall's in for 4. Cheers to you, buddy. Thank you. There you go.
Thank you, Randall.
That'd be the only one in.
So get in on the super chats, everybody.
In it to win it.
But the thing that I actually like the nose better than the palate, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think the nose is more complex than the palate is. So
yeah, that does have a good nose on it.
Yeah, I remember that was like obviously the first thing because I started nosing before drinking. But yeah, the nose on that's really really nice. That's what kind of got me when I got into that Canadian one I sent you guys. Like I was like, holy crap, I knows this. I was like, geez, like because that finish on it too kind of like catapulted it. Then the proof itself. Top Jimmy's in for 4.
Thanks, Top Jimmy. Thank you so
Cheers,
much.
sir.
Again,
Yeah, Darrell, we'll have to get you samples, but my first instinct when we tasted that 18-year light whiskey was like, oh my gosh, this is like a single barrel Penelope 17. Like that was, there was a part like, you know, it's like an elevated version of that. So
yeah.
that's quite a statement in and of itself there.
Yeah.
But I will say, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I was gonna say I just can't wait to try some of the stuff that you guys had. So,
and the price points on most of all of this stuff is going to be so reasonable. Dan and Sean really keep their barrels at a price point that's really really easy on the wallet, but also the quality is top notch on their stuff. And same thing for the malted rye. That one was a special barrel to me. Like,
oh god, yeah.
You're gonna love it, Darrell. Oh my god, I can't wait to side by side it with the hard truth.
Well, and it was 7 years and 4 months, or 7 years 6 months old, right?
7. Oh, I think it was 7, 8. Like it's
7,
like
8.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say at the time we picked it, it was 7 years 8 months, but we're gonna let it go to 8 years. So we're gonna leave it in the barrel for another 4 months. I think it will really do some. I think it will probably enhance the flavor even more. But I will say I was very impressed with their single malt, Darrell.
From New Holland?
Yes.
Yep. Oh, we had that Zeppelin from them, from Gary Franchi. That was really, really good. Is that the line for the single malt, the Zeppelins, or?
So
they changed it, right?
They stopped using the Zeppelin name, and they're going to keep trying to build that Walleye Run brand.
Okay.
So there's a Walleye Run 10-year single malt that we came across at the different distilleries, restaurants, and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's actually this batch of that single malt actually has 12-year single malt in it.
Wow.
So
I can't remember the age of the one we had, but I don't think it was pretty old, but it was like 137 proof or something like that. It was crazy. But really,
they had some 14-year-old barrels there of American single malt. And so they're going to keep the 10-year age statement on it and then let that be the youngest thing that they blend into it. So, hey, what's going on, guys? Black Bourbon family in the house. Cheers to you, Jason and Brandy.
Haven't seen you out a bit. All eyes don't run.
Hey, Matt. What's going on, buddy?
He's coming in, checking on his winner over here.
Yeah. Winner, chicken dinner.
Continue to win, man. We'll see.
I wish we could have had like an audio feed to your ear and let you hear some of the conversations that were going on while you were doing what you were doing.
Dude.
It was nuts because Klein was in there, one of his friends was in there, and then we were all in this big living room, and it was chaos, but it was a lot of fun. Let's let everybody go off.
That was good times.
Yeah. Norseman tasted it on Monday. It is straight up Fruity Pebbles flavor on there. I agree with you. You should have tasted we got to taste the distillate, Darrell, of they do a different process. They call it a corn wash instead of putting actual heated corn mash. They do a wash of corn. And it was so floral and spicy. It was way different than any other thing. It was really interesting to taste. So
was it like a white dog or?
Yeah, it was white dog. It was 150 proof. Let me just say, it did not drink 150 proof. It drank like just a little over 100. I mean, it was so sweet and so nice. Kraken is in the house for 2. Look at you, man. Thank you so much. So we talked a little bit, Jeff, about what we did.
What's up, Ben?
We talked about the picks coming up. I don't know if we have a date on the Bardstown yet, do we?
No, not yet. We don't have any official dates on anything else at the moment. So the Green River is the only thing that's out there. Waiting to hear a date on the Old Dom and on the Essence releases. So kind of expect those in the next 4-6 weeks, I would say. And then the Bardstown might be right on the heels of that too. So it's going to be a interesting couple of weeks for us here, dropping this run of good casks. I mean, it's just going to be fun to look back at all of our 2025 work and gosh, even just blind them all. But
okay, I take back my statement. This is way better now.
There you go. Got it to air out. Is it
yeah,
to match that nose?
I see what you're saying about it now. Like, I see why you guys were goo goo gaga over it. Like, it gets a little bit more depth with more air. It does get a little bit sweeter on the nose, but the nose is just where I fell in love with this even from when I first poured it.
Doug, thank you so much. I just saw that message.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. I was waiting for a lull to say
What's
that.
up, Big Vic?
Of course it's rigged.
Right.
You're in here.
Cheers, Vic.
Hey, Vic, when are we doing another rum pick out of American single malt barrels that's a short barrel? That's what I want to know. I've only got like a quarter of a bottle of that shit left, and it's hard to get away from it, especially with summer coming. Yeah, I think I won't get it.
Oh, wow.
That's all I got left.
Yeah, that Case 1 stuff is legit. Really excited for this Green River pick. Top Toe said he brought 4 cases. Yeah, at least get an ounce from one of the 4 cases. There you go.
Hey, at least he shares, you know?
That's absolutely.
I love this Green River pick. I mean, we were talking about it on Dusty's stream on Monday for quite a bit, but I don't know. It just so happy that they just offered us a cask that is this good. I think that's the thing that, like, now in retrospect, as I get home, and Darrell, you kind of had the same reaction when you were blinding it against all the Green Rivers in your house. And that was off the sample with a few less months on it. But I've been doing that here, and oh man, it is a beautiful, beautiful whiskey.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to ship out.
It's one of those that's satiating to me. Like, some whiskeys can have a little bit of a drying effect, but this one makes you want to keep drinking it. Makes your mouth water. Makes you want to drink more and more of it. It's super easy to drink too, even at the proof point that it's at. It's really easy to drink. Super cherry forward with a little bit of pastry or pie crust type of cobbler note. I think those are the 2 notes that stood out to me the most, and a little bit of spice, baking spices.
With that little bit of that sweet tobacco too. I get it on the nose, and then I get it again on the finish. That really sticks out too, in addition to having the cherry and the coffee cake. And then you get that little sweet tobacco and more oak than you'd think on a 6-year. I never got the official stats on it. I mean, it's 6-year. I don't know if it's 6-year, 5 months, or where it's at. We need to ask that question. I'm so curious now.
What's interesting is that these 2 barrels that we picked that are Green River, this one that's released and the one from Evernorth, it is night and day different. I mean, couldn't be more different if you put them. I mean, just crazy how much difference the profile is on that. And we were tasting through. We tasted 7 bourbons, 5 ryes, and 3 light whiskeys that day. No, we did not drink all of the samples that we did. We were dumping and spitting. But I will say that the
Speak for yourself.
Bourbon, well, Jeff, he didn't have to drive either, so he got to ride. But I will say that, in the midst of picking those 7 bourbons and tasting them, it was such a wide variety of barrels, mash bills, barrels. They pulled out all the stops and gave us a wide selection of kind of, the palate range that they have. And they had a ton more that we could have tasted. But we really liked number 2, and then we couldn't let go of number 7. We just couldn't do it. It was too good of a barrel to let somebody else have. So we wound up getting 2 bourbons and 1 light whiskey. I don't remember the price point on the light whiskey. Do you remember?
I thought it was going to be $99 or something around there. So don't quote me on that, but we're still looking at something that's even below the Penelope 17 price point, even though it's an 18-year single barrel. So something in that range though, 80 to 99. But we'll communicate all that once we see the official stuff.
Yeah,
it's a great price point.
Hey Stu, did you hear what we picked?
Oh, I texted Stu right away. Actually, Stu got the. Stu, I was like on the DL, Stu, but we just totally picked one.
What was David Smith saying? Grab the Green River pick and went to check out. Somebody else sent maybe a picture or something, but they were doing like 50% off. I think somebody got Calumet 16 for like $80.
John Cloud did.
Is that okay?
Yeah, he got it for 85.
50%
so
off.
If you're getting the Green River, when you check out, if you're interested, I mean, but don't dismiss that deal screen like right away. Yeah. It just keeps going and going and going too. So you might find a bargain on there that you're looking for half off, but they were, it doesn't come with the free shipping though. That probably would have convinced me to add one of them to the cart because I'm always a sucker for that. But there were some wild deals going on, and that Calumet too was one of them.
Very nice. Favorite point of the trip for you, Jeff? Favorite memory, favorite time?
Man. Gosh. What would be the favorite? I mean, I don't know. Every day we kind of did something just fun and outrageous and made me smile the whole time. There was something fun about the casting couch. I don't know why that one sticks out so much. But
it went off the rails and went off the rails hard, but it was it was a lot of fun. I think the other thing for us that was really fun was, which is always when we get together like this, is just getting to share in person, drinking the same stuff, blinding stuff for each other, tasting things together. Even though that Jeff and Darrell and I get to do that on here, it's totally different when you're in person. You have all these other people that were there, like Franchi, Dunny, Luke, just Adam, that it was there. The bearded monkey. I will forever be known to me as the bearded monkey from now on. I don't know why. It just stuck. It's in my head. So if you see Adam, call him the bearded monkey. We're going to make that a thing. I don't know if he'll like that, but we're going to make it a thing. I promise. And it's Ethan's fault that I know this. There's a story behind that.
Oh no, Ethan's rubbing off on you. That's never a good sign.
Has to be Jeff and I reenacting Dirty Dancing. I would agree with that, Dusty. That was pretty impressive and funny. The fact that you guys were doing that. And then the other part, I didn't get to see it, but I did get to hear about. So when Jeff gets a little fun, he's like a weeble wobble. And so he just kind of does his circles. He kind of weebles around. But he and Dan and who else? But you, Dan, and Katie, right?
Gary.
And Gary. They were blind tasting each other's stuff, and Jeff just leans over to Dan and goes, Dan, I think I'm done.
What did I equate to? I was like, it's like the pig in Charlotte's Web. I mean, no, the pig and Babe. Like,
that'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig.
I think I'm done. That's funny.
That's how I always tap out. There's just that moment where it's like, yep, I got my fill. There's nowhere to go, but down from here.
And then we got back from Evernorth, and we were all pretty tired after that. I mean, we basically drank whiskey from 10 in the morning until almost 5 in the afternoon, 4:30. Then we went to a cigar lounge after that, and we stayed there for 45 minutes or so, sitting and smoking cigars. And then we went back and we went to eat. And then we went back, and I think Ethan and Katie crashed. Jeff fell asleep on the floor. I don't see how he fell asleep like that, but he was like face down on the floor on his stomach. And I'm like, I don't know how you're able to get up. I would be in so much
pain. Stretching out, man. Oh, I think
Nicholas 311, dude, Night Stalker Batch 4, who has had it. That's not whiskey, it's juice.
So that's sweet. I have that sitting across, I think, from you, Jeff, and I haven't dove into that last bag you sent me. I was telling Kelsey earlier, I got like 4 samples from you, and I forgot about them until today.
Yeah, with all the finishes on that one. No, wait, Night Stalker or Spirit Walk? I get the Night Stalker is the one with the 99 one in it, right?
I'm not sure which one you sent then. That sounded like that. They kind of sound the same every now and then.
I get those mixed up too, Jeff.
It's a Night Stalker and Spirit Walker. Then Art of the Spirit, something different.
Yeah, Arctic Spirit was the one that was kind of like the Midwinter's Night Dram.
Gotcha.
Hey, Sean, cheers to you, man.
Yeah, man.
Spirit Walkers is the finished one.
Got it.
Okay. That's the one I equate to the juice, but the fruits on the Night Stalker too were definitely over the top.
Yeah, this one's gotten better and better the longer it's sat, guys. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think we were going through that for like a good probably 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's very viscous, man. It's got stretch marks. It ain't got legs. It's got stretch marks, is what Jeff would say.
Jeff and Ethan.
Yeah, Jeff and Ethan. Yes, that is correct. So we did pick 2. Okay, so the one that just released is Dusty's Whiskey Friends. Yes. Yep. The other one that we picked will come under the Ever North label. So
now we have an unofficial sticker for the Green River. I'll post the file to Patreon. I can put it in the Facebook group too if you want to put it on there. Green River doesn't like when you put stickers on it, but if I give you the file and you do what you do, that's your thing. But we'll put the Beetlejuice, Beetle Dan out there.
And if you miss the casting couch, one of these bottles, I don't know which one of these 4, is going to have Jeff's little.
I didn't sign off on that.
Label on that. So if you missed out and you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch what the sticker will be. It'll be a Lonely Fans sticker for Mr. Jeff.
Oh, shoot.
Stu, we picked Green River bourbon, 6.5 years, and then a light whiskey from them. What is Jeff doing?
I just got an image in my head that is I'm going to not be able to get that out of my head now. But there's an image of Marty doing the exact same pose. And then I kind of got this image of me and Marty kind of doing it like side by side in the same frame. Like, oh, that's going to haunt my dreams.
Oh, man.
That's burned into my mind's eye.
I still think the best way to do it is to put Marty's picture as like up on the wall as a painting or a picture that you're posing like. That's the best idea for me. I love it. Yeah, Sean, it was it got a little crazy last week on Wednesday.
Speaking of images, funny.
Okay, guys, we got like 19 minutes left. If you guys want to get on the super chats, Jeff is giving away some stuff that he picked up in Kentucky. He's giving away a couple of samples from, remind me, Jeff. Sorry.
So we opened up a
Lucky 7
14-year proprietor, and I will give you the Horse Soldier to do a side-by-side there, because I think the Horse Soldier 10 years right now are the best equivalents on the market to those old proprietors. And then I'll give you some other stuff that was our favorite pours of the weekend.
I'm doing an ECBP pick, 2 picks. One is the Fill Your Own that we did. That's the Curse bottle that tastes incredible. We'll do another store pick that I have. And then I'll probably try to do C923 and maybe C920. I'm pretty sure I still have some C920 left. So
both those are hitters.
Big hitters. And then Darrell is going to do a
Backbone single barrels, yeah.
Probably
all bourbons. Maybe I'll throw a rye in there. We'll see, but probably bourbons.
Very cool.
Oh. The other thing, Darrell, that Katie did to me, it was towards the end of the night, and I think it was pretty close to when I was like, okay, on that note, that's when I got to call it. But we went through and we were doing all these blind pours back and forth, and we were bottle calling things. And then we already went through half the bottle, and Gary and Katie gave us the Green River blind. And we were going through it, and we're just like, what is that? That's so good. I like that a lot. And we like walking around, we're looking at bottles, and we just couldn't figure out what it was. And then when they told us, we're like, oh, that is so mean. But it just made it like stand out even further in my head.
As sweet and lovable as Katie is, she could be mean sometimes with the pours about trying to trick you. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, always.
Oh, don't let the sweet innocent little face fool you. She's got a mean streak when it comes to trying to fool you on stuff. That's for sure.
There were too many correct guesses. Lance, you won the NCAA challenge. So that's what that one was for. So that was to do with the whiskey friend coin, and your numbers popped up.
Nice.
There you go.
Big
do some
I don't
Bacta
need to do them
samples
anymore, man. I already won that one. Bacta's in the past.
Oh, jeez.
See what I did
to
right
the
there?
future.
Back to the
I
past.
totally agree, Richie Z. She is the best. Oak and Agave, cheers to you, man.
Hey,
What's
cheers,
going
buddy.
on? What else do we want to talk about, Jeff? What's coming up?
Green River or the Copper and Cask for the win.
Ooh.
Our Copper and Cask?
Yeah.
That's two totally different profiles. I mean, on opposite ends. It's not even
purely grading them out. I might lean the Copper and Cask, but man, the Green River's not too far behind it. I would
say I think it's a preference on day for me. Like, it depends on what mood I'm in. The Copper and Cask is so like my lane anyway. It's that fruit forward, sweet, spicy, oaky thing. And then the Green River is just a cherry cobbler, sweet spice type of pour that it's really good. It's Fat Boys pour. I love it. So
maybe do a comparison when I get my bottle.
And they should sit down with a spreadsheet and grade it.
They should be shipping out like within the next couple of days.
Yeah,
I would think.
I got my alert today.
I did too. So
they pulled a label today for my order. So
I haven't even looked. I might have got one.
So yeah, those are already at Sealbach. This is not a pre-sale situation. And then I don't know where we were going into the stream, but we're going to get down to the final cases after tonight. So don't sleep on this one.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just expecting to kind of go the same way as the Copper and Cask, where hopefully for those that get it, if they want to get it back up, maybe they'll have that chance with the last two cases that are out there. But it does seem to be on the same trajectory as the Copper and Cask as far as how fast it's moving.
Yep. Don't miss out on it, I promise you. And I promise you, do not sleep on these ones coming up either. The Bardstown pick is great.
Good too.
That Bardstown to me is like one of those, like, you couldn't get more bourbon. Like, it's just middle of the road, like, as far as like the lane that it stays in. Like, it's just one of those bourbons that's super, super right down the middle. There's nothing offensive, nothing off-putting about it at all to me. Like, it's just very, very, very good. I think if you like Bardstown, you're gonna like that. I mean, tater cakes.
Tater cakes.
What's tater cakes?
Eric just named it tater cakes. And by the way, everybody, it's literally going to say on the Bardstown bottle, tater cakes, like printed on there. Like they had to, they typed tater cakes on there, and then they had to go and get that label approved.
Oh, wow. You get yours tomorrow, Roger? Shit.
Let us know what you think, buddy.
I didn't even get my shipping update yet, so hopefully soon, man. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow. And
it won't take long to get from you, though.
To DC, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully I get like a Saturday delivery so I can kind of crack it on the weekend and enjoy it. Worst case, maybe Monday or so. We shall see.
All right. Well, Darrell,
Yes,
what
sir.
do you think about going head to head with Bruzel? So it looks like that'll be you in what, 4 weeks time, probably?
June 6th is when it
June
is.
6th.
Man, I'm all for the blinds, regardless of who I'm going against, man. So, any given day, anyone can win. He did really, really well against Cheech and Dara, like really well. Scored a lot more points than I scored. But, you know what I mean? Sometimes, depending on who you're going against, you don't need a lot of points. I'm happy to win with just 10 points if that's a win, right? So I think it'll be a good flight. Like, Matt's going to probably try to throw some crazy stuff in there again, like he always does. He's probably still listening in the background, plotting right now with some more songs.
I am not sending any more notes, I promise.
But no, man, I'm all for it, man. It should be a good time.
The smoke detector song, like we need to have David send that and replay it because that song was so freaking hilarious.
Now that one wasn't David.
That was Kobe, Jason.
Oh, Kobe?
That was Kobe. That was all Kobe.
That was awesome. Whoever did it did a great job.
That was one of my favorite songs for sure. And Vic almost lost his drink at one point on that one. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was a good one. Had me laughing, man. To the point where, like, I got a little sidetracked with some of the songs and didn't answer some questions. Luckily, I didn't need it, but holy crap. Yeah, had me not flustered, but just laughing a bit too much and not drinking the whiskey when I needed to.
I was like, man, why am I feeling this so hard? Because it's 138 proof. I was like, why am I feeling this so fast?
Yeah, that light whiskey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Penelope, 15 year was probably one of my lower rated bottles last year. And I think it was mainly because of the proof. It was like 120 and it was just flat compared to what we know light whiskey can be at that age. And when they're charging 120. So the fact that they upped it to 17 years and upped it to up the proof and kept the price the same, I was like, all right, that's a good mulligan there. But
two people, right? It's just you and Bruzel.
It's two heads. It's two head to heads.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
So, and then what I could, then Matt mentioned there being a second round something at one point too. So I don't know if he's throwing in more mystery tasters in the third round or the second round, or if he's got something up his sleeve. But most likely he has something up his sleeve.
If I had hey Bill,
what I could tell from the Bruzel episode is that he is a finish hound, just like you, when it comes to the wine finishes. That was one thing I definitely noticed. So it'll be interesting seeing you two go together. Of course, I say that out loud, and if Matt's listening, he's like, "Oh, let's see if they can." So I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Apologies, but
that's all right. Make it tough, man. Shit. It makes the win feel that much better when you do well on something that's hard. That Bacchus stuff was kind of crazy, man.
I will say I sent Jeff an email today. I haven't tasted it yet, so I can't vouch for it, but I am getting a bottle. I found another distillery. I was talking to a colleague today at work, and we were talking about whiskey and stuff, and he's like, well, one of my good buddies that I was in transportation with opened a distillery in Florida. I was like, really? And he gave me the website and started looking, and the second bottle that they produce is 100% rice whiskey. So
100%.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see if it has any similarities to Mellick. We'll see.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody else is really doing it, right? Outside of
not at all.
Right? Sake's, is that 100% rice whiskey? Maybe.
Well, it's different. I mean, sake's not aged, I don't think.
Okay.
Cheers, Roger. I'll get those to Top Jimmy here when I fill it out here in a second.
Nice.
So we got about 5 minutes left on the super chat, guys. Again, get in on these great samples. We'll get these out to you. Should be able to get all of mine caught up this weekend. I apologize that I'm behind. Hooper, I apologize. Yours was so late. But I'll get everybody's out this weekend, I promise.
I'm going to sweeten the pot on my flight because I did have these bottles with me. The flight will also have 1 ounce of this Old Scout 11 year and 1 ounce of the New Riff Headliner.
That was the charity bottle, right?
Yep, this is the charity bottle that contains 10-year New Riff bourbon in it. So those are some of the bottles that I brought for our bottle share, and that'll be my flight.
Matt, Wayne, that would be funny if Matt did a rice whiskey. That would be very funny.
Nobody would call it rice whiskey.
I was afraid that he might do something mean to Darrell because I was mean to him, but he didn't do that.
Boxing's like in that realm of like freaking weird stuff. Like I would have never. You're not bottled on any of that stuff, right? It's all sourced anyway, but like nobody's ever like, oh, yep, that's vodka, unless it's maybe the Armagnac one that like Blake has, because that's kind of easily distinguishable to an extent. But it's crazy. I was showing a picture to somebody on a stream like a few days ago. I walked into my local store and they had 3 of the boxes, and I want to say in the exact same order that freaking Matt gave them to me, right on the shelf, like side by side. I don't know, they're all like $150, but I looked and I was like, what the heck? Then I looked closer and it was the same exact ones that he sent me, 3 out of the 4 samples on the shelf over there. I'm like, this is wild.
Cheers, Richie. Thanks, man.
I haven't seen Shauna in a while. Was Shauna in here tonight?
I didn't see her if she was in here. Sorry if I missed you, Shauna, because I was talking to her on Facebook, just saying, hey, I hadn't seen you in chat. Miss you. So,
yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen her.
We'll get that for
TCD is in
Shauna
here as well.
Martinez.
Nice.
Right.
Grab a bottle of the copper. Yeah, the copper is legit, man. Nice. Wait till you guys taste the dang old Dominic coming out. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's my fault, buddy. Nothing got lost. It's just me being lazy and forgetting shit. Sorry.
When the Green River first dropped, the emergency bottles, so when they do all this shipping, they hold back a case or 10 bottles just in case there's breakage and they got to replace it when we do these picks. And later on, say 4 weeks from now, the breakage bottles get released just kind of randomly. So when we were searching for the Green River, we noticed that there was copper and cask and it was like not sold out. We're like, okay, who's going to buy it? Who's going to buy it? We were sitting there chatting about it. And then somebody else swooped in and grabbed it.
There's 1 bottle sitting.
Yeah. I'm wondering if TCT got it. I was able to grab it. I was like, I wonder if you're the one that swooped in over the weekend and found that it was on the website.
I'm telling you, you guys checked out the deals page too.
It was
me. It was me.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, enjoy it if you don't have it already.
Oh, man. Right. Richie's throwing out some more for Emily. I saw her earlier.
All right. I will get to my accounting here because I got to keep all these names and gifts.
So while Jeff's inputting all of that, we'll run through again kind of what we got coming up in the pipeline. Like I said, we've got Bardstown that'll be coming up soon. I think that the Evernorth bottles will be here in the next 4 to 6 weeks. What other ones did we just say?
Man, the
Old
Dom. Man, I'm excited for that Old Dom.
Yeah, that one is going to be
last night.
Freaking killer. It's so freaking good, y'all. I can't tell you. I can't wait for you guys to taste it.
Yeah.
It actually is on par or better than the one that we picked before. I will just say that. I think that's a fair statement.
I preferred it over the Hewlin as much as I like the Hewlin.
It's really, really good, y'all. Don't miss out on that. Price point's going to be great on it too. All of these that we've got coming out that are going to just be like stellar bottles at a great price. That's what we want you guys to get. We're not making any money. We just get to go pick the bottles and have fun and hang out with each other, and provide some great whiskey at a great price for you guys and for the Whiskey Tube family. So that's pretty much why we do what we do, to share and enjoy and have memories. So
that's a good one.
Darrell likes that.
So we need everyone in chat to keep us honest here, because I keep getting into a state where I don't know if the things that we pick are just getting better and better legitimately, or if I'm just like recency bias and whatever's the latest release is my favorite thing. But man, it feels like already I don't know. I loved last year, but this year on paper is just going to be knowing what we've already picked and some of the things that we have opportunities for that we won't talk about till we get a little deeper into it. But oh my gosh.
A lot of good stuff coming out, and yeah, like you said, in the works, man. It's gonna be a good rest of the year. With a lot of picks coming out. The 20-year sailbock is ridiculous. I took a small sip of that, and do remember really, really liking it. I got some more over here I got to kind of dive into. That's a good one too.
I think we'll have to do something new at the end of the year, especially after this particular year, where we blind all of our picks as maybe like a November event or something. Like, yeah, we already got the Advent event, and then we go on the heels of our other tournament after that. Well, maybe we do it in between those while we're still doing all the shuffling on the draft.
I think that's a good idea.
Needs to be its own thing. They're so distinct, though, that I think it would probably be easy to distinguish, but I think it's worth the...
Lance is in for 2 more.
Oh, thank you, Lance.
I think it'll still be kind of tough, man. Like we knew what we put in our top 20, and I don't really think I was like bottle picking anything really. But besides a couple that were kind of like easy, but like granted, like we don't have as many picks, but I don't know, maybe tough.
By the end of this year,
well, yeah. Like 15.
We're definitely
somebody save some rum. Somebody save some rum. That's all I'm gonna say, because that one's going in there. That one's gonna be good.
Oh yeah. Sean,
I'll have to pull on special guest who hasn't had all of our picks to be like the non-biased each week or something.
Yeah,
that'll have to be how we even it out.
So Sean, it's, I guess in terms of like Canadian rules, I don't know if it's considered a light whiskey. It's Canadian whiskey, but it's like 99.1. So
I mean, it's pretty much
basically
the same
light whiskey. I just don't think they call it. But that bottle is crazy, dude. Crazy. And it's like only 80
Which
bucks.
one? Are you talking the copper and cask?
Yeah. Sean and Lip Service crew were chatting about that 20-year hazmat.
Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that, man. I agree with you. Like, the hard truth to me, like once you get past about past a little bit past the shoulder, man, that thing is just like a freaking fruit bomb, like no other whiskey I've ever had, and a totally different profile than any whiskey I've ever had. So that one was a really fun one to see how it progressed with air. And actually, I think I've been thinking about what I was going to record, Jeff. I'm actually going to do a video series about bottles to go back to and how they've changed. I know you did a little bit of that with your sample bottles, but I want to revisit some stuff that I hadn't tasted in like a year or a year and a half. Just to see.
Now, would you taste the same bottle, or is it like going back to the store and tasting something?
No. Go back to the same bottle. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to wind up doing.
Nice.
Well, I got this all updated here.
Sweet.
And we'll actually have 4 winners tonight because Doug is throwing in a sample pack as well. So thank you so much, Doug, for sharing the love here. Let me share screen. Yeah, then I might open up that box and get to that copper and cask right after this, Drew. All right. So,
what is the story?
Got the names all in here, everybody. Thank you. I think I got all the gifts put in the right places as well. So, how many times should I randomize?
7.
All right, there we go.
Stop hiding it at this point.
Probably see my face when you answered so fast.
I know. He's just like, let's get this over with. The stay on the clock, Kelsey, took over. All right. So how do we want to, which one first?
We can do mine first, then we'll go to yours and then do Darrell's.
And then we'll do Doug's. All right.
We'll do Doug's. Yeah. So ECBP is up first.
Good luck, everybody. And thank you so much for supporting the channel here tonight. Ooh, Emily.
Nice.
Cheers, Emily. All right. Do we
Cheers.
have her stuff, Jeff? I don't remember if she's on.
Maybe. It's been quite a while, though, Emily. Reach me at helloagainwhiskeyfriends@gmail.com just to make sure that I have your current. I feel like it was was probably a charity bottle, maybe even 2 years ago, but let's not assume.
Yes.
Get with me, Emily.
It does. I do get a graham cracker note on just about all the MGP and light whiskey.
Yeah, graham and a lot of vanilla on light whiskey for me.
Yeah, the honey graham cracker is my typical marker in a blind for an MGP.
The Teddy Grahams.
Hey, Northwest Bourbon's in here. Cheers, man. Good to see you in here.
Mark?
Yeah, particularly anything distilled like 2015 after is when that note picked up even further in the MGP.
Oh, that's a good analogy there.
Juicy fruit. Ooh.
All right.
Love me some.
So this one will be mine. This will be an epic sample pack for somebody here with the Proprietor 14, Horse Soldier 10-year, New Riff headliner, and old school, old Scout
11-year.
11-year.
Yeah.
We'll call it that. It's actually 2 single barrels I ended up mixing. That way the bottle could live on a bit longer, but we'll call it 11-year. They're about the same age. All right. Good luck, everybody. That big one goes to Ed.
Nice.
All right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Ed. Let me know how you like that hat, too, buddy.
And we got
All
mine.
right. Now for Darrell's.
Backbone Flight, guys. Who's it gonna be?
Gonna be
Stu. Oh, must be
Mustang.
Doug. Nice.
Cheers, buddy.
all right.
Congratulations.
All right. He gives and he receives.
There you go.
So now the last one will be for a mystery sample pack from Doug. So good luck to our final winner here. Ooh, I think it's Emily again.
Oh,
double winner. Both entries that were gifted to Emily came up big. All right. So Emily, when you reach out to me and confirm everything, I'll get in touch with Doug.
Congrats.
Wow.
Definitely very big.
I am feeling that light whiskey, boys.
So I know we hit 9 o'clock here. We'll send everybody here to Jason shortly. Working on getting more guests and everything flowing again. The next guest that we have on the docket will be 2 weeks from now, which will be Nolan from Backbone. So he just confirmed with me. I got to go reach out to him again. But we'll have Nolan on, get to know the Backbone brand a bit more, and get to know Nolan a bit more. It's always exciting when we have people on
Very
we're
cool
such
guy.
fans of, and
You guys are gonna love
just
him.
get to spend some extra time with them.
Yep. That's going to be
Nice.
fun.
All right. Well, anything else on your guys' mind?
No, I think we touched on a lot of it, man. Upcoming picks we done.
Share
stuff
the
in
link
works.
with people that you want to share it with. It's open to the public. Get the
Yeah,
bottles
it's
while you
gonna
can.
go.
If you want a backup bottle, go get a backup bottle.
Yep.
Now's the time.
Yeah, with the Green River. So the way that we got the scheduling all planned out. So people that are in this chat have the link, as does anyone in the free Patreon tier and the Facebook group. So all of that got the link. Dan sent it out to his Discord. So it's going out to all those type of groups. Tomorrow, we'll have them remove the password, and then it'll go public, and then we can just promote it however. So if you're interested on it, just kind of know that we're just going to keep pushing as the week goes on. So just fair warning on that one. We got to get through things as quick as we can, and then think about promotions and stickers for the next one, which, I don't know if there's a spoiler on that one, but we were thinking about something wrestling themed. So I
forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited, but I'll leave those ideas to ruminate before I say anymore. All right, Emily's in here. So yeah, get with me, Emily. Hello again, whiskeyfriends@gmail.com. So everybody, once again, thank you for joining for another Whiskey Wednesday. We'll catch you right here next week. Go over to Jason's and
See you guys.
tell him we sent you. And I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe I'll see everybody late night. I say that, and I'm going to go pass it on the couch. Maybe. There's a chance.
Don't lay on
You're
the floor.
telling me there's a chance. It does look kind of comfy. Later, everybody.